Okay, so I'm going to show you just really quickly how to copy the course. As I said, I would just wait until probably till next week to do it because I'm fiddling around with it. But if you want to, you can go ahead and do it. Just don't try to do it twice into the same course. Um, so what you do is in Blackboard, you go down to Packages and Utilities, and then Course Copy, and it says copy course materials into an existing course. So in other words, you're in my course and now you're going to copy this course over to your course. So you would look, if you pop up, you'll get a list of all the courses you've basically ever taught, and you would just select one of them. Like I could select this one. Okay, I'm going to copy my course there. But you would look for yours, and you'll only see yours on the list. Then what you should do is copy um, the content areas. You have to decide what you're going to copy. Now, it's a little tricky because you may not want everything that I have, but on the other hand, you can always delete it later. Um, but you probably want at least the content, and the syllabus is actually not using the Blackboard syllabus thing that they have. But the course information and the request for proposals, uh, course materials, that's where all our materials are, course documents, um, the homepage, maybe. Uh, we don't use the assignments feature in Blackboard, um, although we do have something called assignments, and that's what's a little bit tricky. Um, I do usually copy the discussion boards because I have some standard discussion boards that I always set up, and then what I do is go through and delete any extra ones that I don't really need. Um, the grade center and columns and settings, that's got it all set up the way I like to use it. You may like to use it differently, but if you don't copy it, then you need to do it from scratch. Otherwise, you can just copy mine and rearrange it as desired. Um, and then the I usually give guest access and observer access just in case there's a special needs student that ends up having to use those. That's usually through the disabilities office. Navigation settings, yes, that's the menus. And I find sometimes the menus don't copy correctly, so you do need to pay attention to those when you move. Tasks, the stuff that shows up in a to-do list on Blackboard for the students and for you. Um, I don't really use them, but I've tried it in the past and it can be useful. It's just a little bit of work. But if you can't really copy them exactly because they keep the old dates. So if you do copy, you need to edit all of the due dates. This is really important: test surveys and pools. So basically, in my Blackboard site, I use the test feature for everything. So when it says assignment, that's actually in Blackboard terminology, a test. That's how you get those fill in the blanks that I use. Um, Down here, it says course files and attachments. And you can either copy links to the files or you can actually copy the files themselves. I don't know. I am just going to do copy links and copies of the content. Um, and then enrollments, no, you don't want to copy my enrollments. You are going to have your own enrollments, so don't copy that. And then you just submit it, which I'm not going to do because I don't really want to copy. You'll get a message that says that you want to it's being processed, and then what'll happen is eventually it'll take about half an hour and Blackboard will finish processing it. It has to do this big copying job, so it takes a little while. So that's how you do the copy. The other thing I just want to mention is that it's possible you have an extra section of the class for bureaucratic reasons. Um, there's Sociology 352, which sometimes we had to put students in if they took the old course with the old course number that was previously called Sociology 303. So if you have a student like that, and as of now, I think Tanisha is the only one, what you want to do is use the course merge tool, and that's actually on the home page of Blackboard. There's a course merge tool, and so somewhere. But just if you don't know how to do that, just it's like a super copy, and it basically is going to merge the students as well as the um, the course materials. So once you get your course, your 303 set up, what you would do is actually probably copy the other course into your 303, but with none of the options, but only the enrollments. I guess that's how it's going to work because the course merge tool seems to have disappeared from the home page. Okay, so that's my overview of that for future reference.